welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Phil. In case you're clicking this video for the first time, you are very much welcome. In today's video, let's make this yummy chicken curry. If you've ever wanted that chicken curry that has a perfect blend of spices, herbs and tender chicken, then this is it. I've served it along with my cumin rice, which I'm also showing you how to make at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. As usual, the recipe is super simple. I've listed all the ingredients in the description box down below. Don't forget to check on that. So anyway guys, if you tried this recipe, don't forget to tell me how yours came out in the comment section down below. So without saying more, let's get started. So we're gonna start by preparing the vegetables that we'll be using for this recipe. So as I've told you earlier, this recipe is super simple and requires very little ingredients. So first we're gonna start by cutting one bell pepper. So I'm just using one medium-sized green bell pepper, and then I'm also here using one carrot. You'll just go ahead and chop that as well. Place that aside. I also have some potatoes. So for this recipe, I'll be using 2 large potatoes. I'm going ahead to chop that well. Once we are done, we're just going to put that aside as well. So these are ready. Next, I'm here having one medium-sized white onion. I'm also going to chop that into very smaller pieces. And once you're done, you just place that aside. Next, here I have 1 stick of green onion. I'm going ahead to cut that as well into smaller pieces. Also here I have some garlic and ginger. So I have 4 cloves of garlic. I'm going ahead to just grate that. You can mince that as well. I also have some ginger piece here. This is about 1 tablespoon of ginger, so just grate that. And once you're done, we're just going to prepare our chicken. So I have 1 whole chicken. This is about 800 grams of whole chicken. I've cleaned it very nicely, all sides, even inside, so make sure you clean your chicken very nicely. So here I'm just going ahead to cut it into smaller pieces. I'll start by cutting out the drumsticks and the thighs, and then I'll follow that with the wings, and then I'll finish with the middle part. So that's how I normally cut my chicken into smaller pieces. So to avoid all this hassle, you can just buy this whole chicken already cut from the butcher. That will save you a lot of time, but I like cutting mine at home. So here I'm just separating the spine from the breast part. So I'll just go ahead and cut the breast part into smaller pieces as I've done with the other pieces. So for the spine, I normally don't use it. I usually just place it aside. I store it in the fridge and I'll make some soup later, but if you want to use it, it's still fine. So just go ahead, finish cutting that chicken into smaller pieces, and once you're done, you just place that aside as we go to our next step. So now we're just going to coat our chicken with 1 tablespoon of curry powder, 1 teaspoon of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of dry thyme, salt and pepper, and then we're just going to mix that well until all that chicken is coated in the spices. So this is looking great. All the chicken are coated nicely, so just place that aside. And now next, let's start cooking. So in your pot, you have a pot like this. You're just going to add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and then you're going to add your chopped onions and your chopped green bell pepper. You're going to saute that for about 5 minutes or until that bell pepper and the onions are nicely softened. Next, you're going ahead to add the green onions, garlic and ginger. Continue sauteing this for about 2 to 3 minutes, and once you're done, we're going to add some curry powder. So I'm going ahead to add 1 tablespoon of curry powder, and then we're going to cook this for about 2 minutes. So at this point, we are burning the curry powder. We're actually not burning it, but we're just cooking it to release out that nice aroma, which will give your chicken curry a very yummy taste and full of flavor. So once that is done, you're going to add the chicken. So I'm adding the chicken pieces, and then I'm just going to cook this while turning for about 10 minutes. So at this point, you're going to cook the chicken, like we're going to brown it on all sides. So once you've added the chicken in your pot, you're going to quickly mix that, and then you'll just leave it to cook for about 4 minutes without turning it. And once that is done, you're just going to turn it, and then you will see the downer part has browned nicely. You'll give that another quick mix to brown the other side as well. So next here, I'm just going to add the potatoes, the carrots, and I'm also adding 1 cup of coconut milk and 1 cup of chicken stock. You can add water if you don't have chicken stock. So go ahead, mix that well for about a minute or 2, and then once you're done, you're going to add 2 green chilies. If you don't like it spicy, just omit the chilies, but I always like this curry very spicy, so that's why I'm adding the chilies. So go ahead, mix that well. So this is the point where you can adjust the salt if you want. So you'll just cover your pot, and then you're going to let this simmer down for about 15 to 20 minutes, or until all the vegetables are cooked and the chicken is tender. And as you can see, ours is ready. And let me tell you guys, my kitchen is smelling so amazing, and this one looks so good. So as you can see, our potatoes are fork tender, so that means all the vegetables are ready. So just finish it off with some freshly chopped coriander leaves, and that's just it. Our chicken curry is ready to serve. But before we serve it, let me show you how to make the rice next. So we're serving this chicken curry with some cumin rice, which is actually so easy to prepare as well. So we'll need 2 cups of basmati rice. So make sure that you've washed your rice at least 2 to 3 times. And now let's get to cooking. So in your pan, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. You will heat that for about a minute, and then you'll follow that with 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 4 cardamon pods, 5 cloves, and 1 bay leaf. We're just going ahead to quickly fry that for about 2 to 3 minutes, or until they release out the aroma. And once that is done, you're going to add your washed rice. So add it slowly to your pan, and then you're just going to mix everything together for about a minute or 2. So now I'm just going ahead to add 4 cups of chicken stock. You can use water if you have. I've also added a teaspoon of salt. So just going to mix everything together for about a minute. Then we're going to cook this rice uncovered for about 3 to 4 minutes, or until that water is almost gone. So now the water is almost done. So at this point, you're just going to cover your pan with a lid, and then you'll reduce the heat to low. You're going to let this rice cook on steam for about 4 to 5 minutes. And once that is done, your rice is ready. And that, my friend, is how to cook perfect fluffy rice. Just fluff it up with your fork. As you can see, it looks so good, so amazing. So just go ahead and remove that bay leaf, because we don't want to serve it. So remove that, place that aside, and that's just it. Our rice is ready to serve with our chicken curry. So just go ahead, serve your rice when it's still hot from the pan, and also add the chicken curry. Yo guys, this one tastes so amazing. You will love every bite of this curry. This is perfect for a quick dinner or quick lunch, and it's perfect for a family or friends. Everyone will love this. So just go ahead, make this, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. Making today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys are going to try this chicken curry, and as usual, if you try it, don't forget to tell me how yours came out in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more of my amazing recipes. Remember, you can always connect on Instagram or on TikTok at fields_kitchen. So till my next video, guys, bye.